What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're obviously working on the E39 M5 again, just like in the last 3 videos. But in this video, we're gonna be doing the clutch setup. I believe I mentioned in the first video that he got a brand new spec twin disc clutch setup for the E39 M5. So that's what we're going to be installing today. I already showed you guys what it looks like in the first video. It's all bolted together right now. I have to take it apart in order to get it on there, but this is basically what it looks like. There's 2 clutch discs right in here. Comes with a new flywheel and everything like that, new throwout bearing, pilot bearing, and the bolts for the flywheel. So spec makes a really good product. We installed something similar to this in my friend Greg's car. I don't know if I did a video on that. I don't think we did, but it was a pretty easy install, pretty straightforward. Another thing he actually got, which I didn't show you guys, is this new Dynon short shift kit. I've never actually driven a car with the Dynon short shifter, so we got to test it out to see how this thing feels. I'm sure it'll be good because Dynon makes a really good product. It even came with instructions on how to install it, so that's one good thing about Dynon. In this video, that's what we're gonna be doing. Gotta get that clutch and flywheel installed and this Dynon short shifter. Obviously, we've been doing so much work to this car and there's still some to do. I still have the supercharger kit to install, which I have not even shown you guys yet. That will be in the next video. But yeah, moving forward, I gotta first go ahead and take this whole exhaust system out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this by myself because it's a pretty big unit, but I don't think it will be that heavy. I have some jack stand things right there that might help me out a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Got to unhook these O2 sensors and just drop this exhaust straight out before I can move on to anything else. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get straight to work because there's a lot to do. I'm gonna drop this exhaust, drop all the shielding. The drive shaft has to come down as well, or actually unbolted, not come down. And then I can start removing this transmission. So I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, I know it might be a little bit hard to hear because I got the fan going on in the background, but in those last few clips I obviously went ahead and got the exhaust dropped, I got the driveline off, the shielding, transmission off, and all the old clutch assembly, which is sitting right here. I actually went ahead and installed the new pilot bearing, which sits right in here. The old one came out pretty easily. I think someone did a clutch job on this pretty recently, probably within the last 5,000 miles, maybe 5 to 10,000 miles. They did a clutch job because the clutch itself is pretty new. That pilot bearing, the old pilot bearing, was pretty new, but I still wanted to throw in that new one since it came with it. Might as well. But let me go ahead and show you guys clutch assembly. This flywheel right here honestly looks pretty dang new. It looks good. It still has the original scoring that goes on here. It's lines all throughout. The pressure plate looks good, and this clutch disc looks really good as well. It has a lot of life in there, surprisingly. So that's what leads me to believe that this was probably changed recently. But yeah, either way, we're throwing that new twin disc setup, which is sitting right here. We got the new lightweight flywheel, the new pressure plate, and this is how the twin disc setup looks like. So literally just 2 clutch discs, one right there, one right there. And yeah, it's a pretty simple install. First, I'm gonna go ahead and change out this rear main seal. While we're in here, it's a good idea to do. And then get the clutch assembly assembled back on here and possibly get everything else back on here. Because honestly, this isn't too hard of a job, nor does it take too long. I wanna say it's just harder with one person, especially for me. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything back together now. So fingers crossed, everything goes well. Alright guys, clutch is all installed. The entire bottom side, like everything I took apart, is all installed now. So all that's left for me to do is test it out. I want to see if it goes into gear and everything else. So hopefully everything works good. So I'm going to go ahead and start it up real quick and see how everything is. In those clips, I also went ahead and installed that Dyna short shifter. So now this like throw is like really short, which feels really good to be honest. So let's see if these wheels move. It is a success. Sorry about my dirty face, guys. I've been trying to get this car done. Everything works good. It seems like it's going into all the gears, so that's a good sign. But yeah, clutch is all good to go now. Take this key out because this noise is annoying. I don't want to finish the video just yet. There's actually one more thing I want to do, and that's getting this cluster installed. He went ahead and picked up this electronic or digital cluster for the M5. So let me go ahead and unbox that for you guys real quick, and then we're gonna get that installed in this video as well. Guys, I got this new instrument cluster all installed. Now I'm doing like all the setup stuff. There's like this keypad down here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. It's actually pretty cool. So it's just like a sticker keypad right there, and you use that to navigate through like all the settings right here. So this is a E39 M5. Look at how it changes the cluster and everything else around. Gives you the M logo, raise your RPMs obviously. That's pretty cool to be honest. Confirm. This is pretty dope. Look, the door is open and it's showing the door open. I really like the way that looks. Let's go ahead and start it up. It'll probably register like the miles and everything on its own. I don't know why it has like the battery and parking light on. Actually, if I let go of the parking brake, the parking light goes away, but might have to keep it on for a little while for it all to like register in place. But yeah, other than that, this thing is pretty cool. Look at that. It works perfectly to be honest. Here's the old one for comparison. So that's what the old one looks like. That's the new one. Alright guys, that is gonna bring us to the end of this video. We finally got the clutch installed in this video, and I got that cluster installed, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but we got that front lip installed as well. I forgot to show you guys. That thing looks much better. Let me know what you guys think about that front lip. But yeah, that cluster was also really nice. I've never installed something like that before on like these older generation BMWs, but it actually worked really well to my surprise. So without further ado, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video, because that's where the fun stuff begins. And I'll probably get the car wash in the next video and get some B-roll footage for you guys, and maybe a few sound clips. We can't be like flooring it or anything like that, but we'll see what we can do. So without further ado, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below what you guys think about the build so far, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.